National Letter of Intent Day for football, the day where college recruits put the pen to paper and commit to a new phase in their football careers. It's also the day college programs begin to assemble the pieces for the future. And around the state of Hawaii today, tons of prospects made their collegiate choices official, several opting for the University of Hawaii, in fact, under new head coach Greg McMackin. How you doing, everybody? Let's talk sports. 8 prep players from the islands are said to have inked letters of intent with the Warriors, and some pretty darn good ones at that. Let's take a look. Starting on the D-line, Damien's Haku Correa, the younger brother of former Warrior La'anui Correa, and Jordan Hanohano of St. Louis both come in with thoughts of playing sooner rather than later. An already deep and talented linebacker core got even deeper and more talented with a trio of local linebacking studs, Kahuku boys Alema Tachibana and Pai Pai Falimalu, and Art Laurel from state champion Lelehua. Damien safety Christian Vasconcelos was the first local boy to verbally commit to Hawaii. St. Louis offensive lineman Tui Asasopo comes from good stock. His dad, Ana, is a former UH player. And Irvin Sione of McKinley is 6'5", athletic, and expected to compete at receiver. The players we talked to today say they're ready to carry on the Warrior tradition.
Excited. I can't wait to, step on that field. I can't wait to wear that jersey, be in the tunnel and everything. So I can't wait.
You play for the state of Hawaii. You don't play for UH. You play literally for Hawaii, like the whole entire, all 8 islands over here.
It's home. I mean, there's no other better place than being at home. It's a great atmosphere, a great crowd. It's a perfect place to play.
Can't wait to play under Coach McMackin and Coach Cali and all the other coaching staff. They're really good people, and I just feel really comfortable around them, and there's no place like home.
Today's recruiting results appear to be a direct effect of the aggressive approach taken by new Warrior head coach Greg McMackin and his staff, the likes of Cal Lee, Ron Lee, Rich Miano, and so forth. In the week since being named the head coach, McMackin made it a point to visit homes, visit schools, meet the kids personally, something that wasn't necessarily the norm under former head coach June Jones. The high school players and coaches say that seemed to make all the difference.
Because of all the things that's going on, I was like, oh, I don't think I'm going to stay home. But once Coach Mac got the job, he showed how much he cared, and he came down to our house and our school, which UH hasn't done in a while, so that showed how much he wanted us.
McMackin going to their homes was a big plus, because prior to that, Alema was leaning to Utah. Pai Pai, he was stuck between Washington, Oregon State, and even Cal. And McMackin coming to their homes took the cake.
I never talked to June Jones, I always just, used to talk to Coach Cal and Coach Lumpkin. So I was thinking I was going to go to, either Utah or Oregon or Cal, because that was the 3 schools that, that were really recruiting me. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm just going to go to the mainland already. But then, when Coach Mac jumped on board, he wanted to keep all the Hawaii boys here, and it's good. A lot of people signed with Hawaii.
And UH has confirmed 10 mainland recruits who have sent in their letters of intent, including a pair of large quarterbacks. Greg Alexander from Santa Rosa Junior College is 6'5", 240 pounds, averaged almost 350 yards passing per game last season. And Brent Rausch from College of the Desert in California, 6'4", 190, coming in as just a sophomore, plus 4 JUCO receivers on their way. Then there's offensive lineman Kainoa LeCount, a Kailua High grad, and younger bro, a former Warrior, Kahai LeCount, transferring in from College of the Canyons. Defensive back Stephen Christian is the only mainland high schooler confirmed to this point. Getting back to the island pool of talent, of course, not all the local boys picked the University of Hawaii. In fact, several blue chippers chose to attend college on the continent. Here are just a few of them. Benji Kemoeatu waited until today to make his decision. The Kahuku Center is planning on sending his paperwork into West Virginia. Benji's older brothers, by the way, Chris and Maake, of course, both play in the NFL. Interestingly enough, Tevita Finau, a former Maui High and Kahuku standout, is also going to be a Mountaineer. The 6'5" defensive end is transferring there from Phoenix Community College. Just some of the other names: Ryan Eastman of St. Louis is headed to Weber State, and Castle Solomon Kohler, one of the nation's top-rated D tackles, maybe the gem of this entire class, is headed to Arizona.
Arizona, it was the best chance to get my degree. It just felt right. It just went out on my trip. It just felt right. I can't explain the feeling. It just felt like I belonged there.
By the way, out of the 28 signed letters received by former Hawaii coach June Jones at SMU, none were from Hawaii, although he did sway Texas prep quarterback Bo Levi Mitchell his way. Mitchell had verbally committed to UH prior to Jones' departure. Speaking.
Well, Steph, from Hawaii to West Virginia and everywhere in between, some of the state's best football players put their pens to the paper and officially declared where they'll be suiting up for next year. Bright and early this morning, Mayor Mufi Hanneman welcomed in more than 50 high school athletes to Mission Memorial Auditorium. And here's where you'll see some of your local talent in the very near future.
Colin Bailey, running back from Damien Memorial High School, senior, and I'm going to be a vandal at University of Idaho.
Paipai Falemalu, linebacker, Koku High School. Going to be a UH Warrior.
Jordan Hanohano, St. Louis High School, defensive lineman, University of Hawaii.
Daniel Ananau, offensive tackle, Kamehameha Schools, and I'm going to UNLV.
Benji Kemaratu, O-line, Koku High School, West Virginia.
Robert CV, linebacker, Lelua High School, going to Idaho University.
Alamata Chibana, linebacker, Koku High School, University of Hawaii.
Solomon Kohler, Castle, University of Arizona, D-tackle.
Charlottesville, safety, Koku High School, BYU.
Tuitu Asasopo, offensive line, St. Louis High School, University of Hawaii.
Now, obviously, we couldn't fit everyone into our newscast, but all of us want to wish all of our athletes the best of luck in college. And later in the show, we'll hear more from some of the Red Raiders on how head coach Greg McMackin affected their decisions to play for the Warriors. Well, earlier you met some of the top high school football recruits from the class of 2008. You also may have noticed a couple of the Kahuku Red Raiders are going to be Warriors. Well, that used to be a rarity. K5's Stephen Florino tells us why it could soon be the norm.
These student athletes anxiously await this day. In front of their family and friends, they signed their letters of intent, officially committing to their college.
I'm feeling good. It's a privilege to be able to go to college and not have my family worry about paying for it.
This is nothing new for the Red Raiders, perennial powers in the OIA and winners of multiple state titles. But what is new, the fact that several of them are choosing Hawaii.
I'm really excited to play for the Warriors. Been my dream to play for them a long time.
They're really good people, and I just feel really comfortable around them, and there's no place like home.
In his 9 years at Manoa, former coach June Jones never took the journey to Oahu's North Shore for recruiting. New coach Greg McMackin made it a priority.
Matt coming here is what sealed the deal with Alema and Pi. Prior to that, Alema was looking to go, off island. He was looking at Cal, Oregon State, and Washington. And Alema was looking at Utah. I mean, Matt coming over to their homes was what changed it.
I've seen a lot of big Pac-10 schools and everybody else, but I've never seen UH on campus. So give props to Coach Mack for making an effort to come out to Koku and recruit some of our guys.
And you can expect Mack to be back to turn more Red Raiders into Warriors. Stephen Florino for K5 News.
And let's hope that is the case. Now, because the commitments aren't official until the school gets them, UH can't comment just yet, but expect to hear from Coach Mack on his first recruiting class very soon.